Well, Gemini, this is quite an interesting month, March 2022. Welcome to those of you that are new. I'm Dodici from astrology.com.au. And, this month, Mercury, your ruling planet, moves into the sign of Pisces. And that's not a comfortable position for that planet, which tells us that your thinking, in particular, is going to undergo some dramatic changes. And you have to be careful because this water sign is not a comfortable sign. Your sun sign is an air sign. So when your ruling planet moves into that area, and that happens later in the month, let me get a fix on this. It moves into Pisces on the 10th. That's after the new moon, which takes place in the same sign. So there's a focus on Pisces for you, and we have a look at that. Pisces for you is your career sector. Now, this is not to say you can't make things happen. In fact, the new moon is going to definitely indicate a shift in policy, if I could put it that way. And also the fact that Mercury is in Pisces in this upper angle gives it ultimate strength. But you've got to be very, very careful how you strategize, how you plan, how you negotiate things throughout this third month of 2022. The other thing, and actually if you do that, I think you can come out on top with this, because the new moon does show changes in your work that are constructive, that can be positive, but you've got to be careful that you don't rush in on a whim, because Mercury is an intellectual planet. It needs the facts, it needs the figures, and if you're not doing that, you may stumble a little. I think you'll still come out on top, but you don't want to stumble. You may just walk straight ahead into something good with your head held high, with all the facts and figures at your disposal. Mars and Venus are also important this month in that they are making conjunction. They've been doing that on and off for a while. And right now they are going to move into the sign of Aquarius on the 6th after making a big conjunction with Pluto. Now that is taking place in your 8th house, that conjunction with Pluto. So it's transforming. It's transiting and transforming. It's transforming your relationships with others in terms of the money and shared resources that you have together. And that can be a big one. It can be a radical departure from how you've managed your resources, say with your spouse or partner in the past. If you have a business alliance, the way you've been managing your finances will also be subject to some radical changes. Pluto is transformative by nature, and so the way you engage other people through this period is going to be dramatically impacted by the conjunction of this Pluto energy. Then these planets move into the 9th house. 9th house is your value system. So I dare say your value system, especially surrounding money, the shared money that you have with other people, banking, loans, annuities, taxes, interest. Yeah, you'll be dealing with bank managers, accountants, that sort of thing, to really get your finances back on the straight and narrow. And that, I think, is a very potent influence of Pluto. It shows that you've got to be prepared to let go of stuff. That's the message of Pluto this month. If you're going to positively improve your finances, you've got to be prepared to let go of those habits that have held you back. Let me run through this for you. There's a square of Venus to Uranus on the 19th. And a day earlier, we've got the full moon in Sagittarius. So I think that's very telling because that has to do with your primary relationships as well. And Venus, the planet of love, shows that some sudden or abrupt influences can impact your personal relationships around the 18th and 19th and 20th. The sun moves into Aries. This is the ingress. It's very, very important. Aries for you is your 11th house of social activities. So it's an important point in the year. I think the ingresses are always important, especially your 11th house, which shows fulfillment and an improved sort of network of social contacts, which can help you in those other areas. You need to have the right sort of contacts to improve your money, to improve your career, to expand your understanding, and of course, to give you some insights, to bounce or feedback off others, close friends and acquaintances, you know, their experiences in relationships. If what we're seeing here with that full moon in your marital sector being important, you want to make sure that you negotiate all of these aspects of your life in the best possible way this month, Gemini. A couple of final ones. There's a nice one there for you actually. Another Mercury aspect to Jupiter taking place on the 21st, just on that same date as the ingress of the Sun, the movement of the Sun into Aries. And this also will give you a heightened sense of creativity. It expands your intellect, but I think because it's happening in the sign of Pisces, you'll note that there'll be an expansive insight or some sort of intuitive feeling you're getting at this time. And you mustn't rely on that totally, as I said at the outset of the reading, but if you judiciously blend that with your usual intellectual grasp of things, I think that's going to be an additional weapon in your arsenal that's going to help you get through this month and move through 2022 in a much better position in terms of your relationships, in terms of your finances, in terms of your self-confidence. Now, if you're looking for some more information, you can always get that reliable source of information at astrology.com.au, my website. Over there, you can just pop it over there. We've got the links here. Take your pick. Lots of free stuff there. The free psychic readings are awesome. You can develop your own psychic skills there, ask questions, no charge whatsoever. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends, and I hope you're going to be back next month. I will be. Bye for now.